right? People always want safe neighborhoods. People want to be away from violence. It's kind of weird to me how these people that could look back on that life and those neighborhoods and not really see the reality for what it was compared to what's going on today.
That's the definition of privilege.
But even with privilege, though, like, wouldn't they have at least seen some of this and by comparison see that it's not going on now?
And they deny it. And like I said, recently on Facebook, a couple of my Facebook friends were talking about the 104th precinct, and it was related to this Ma'Khia Bryant thing. And I was arguing with them about, if she was white, she would not be dead. Oh, and the argument is, oh, the cop did a good thing because Ma'Khia was trying to kill a black girl. That's not the point. The point is he would never have brought out his gun if it had been two white girls, even if they both had knives. They would have disarmed. And there are videos that show, for example, I've seen videos where some crazed white guy comes out with a knife and the cops back away, and the cops both have their guns, but they don't even draw the guns. They just back away, and the guy will lunge and make. They don't do it. There is this primal thing that white people have when they see a black girl, even if it's a fat teenage girl like this 15 or 16-year-old Ma'Khia, who rolling around like a bowl of jelly in half the 40-second video, rolling around and there's something that I must kill. And I know that the people that I worked with and knew in New York know this because they knew about, for example, this pedophile who killed shopping bag boys at the store. They knew about, but if you talk about, they don't want to remember it. There is the human tendency to want to forget and make everything seem good, and I understand that. I try to look on the bright side of things. If I look back at some women that I was involved with, and I told you about some crazy broad who's now scamming people with her religious bullshit nonsense. I tried for years to give her the benefit of the doubt, but I have to come to the conclusion that she's now just a scam artist. And in the same way, these people are going to have to come to the conclusion that bigotry exists and racism exists, and it's not black people's fault that you're fearful of them. It's not their fault that you want to. That you're so in your little bubble that you want to pretend that everyone was given a fair chance when they weren't. I mean, how, I don't understand how anyone could, I mean, you can use the argument against like quotas and say, well, everyone now should be treated fairly, but that doesn't, it's not just one thing. It's where it's redlining. When people are redlined into certain neighborhoods, and I'll bet you, and you would know this, I'll bet you redlining still occurs in most of New York. I'll bet you Glendale, and I even said this to some of these people on some of these groups. I said, how many black people have you ever lived next to or on your block? Because when my mom and I sold our home in New York in 1991, we got death threats saying that they would burn the house down if we sold it to an N-word or a Puerto Rican